What exactly is the Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro Tremolo? In this video, we're gonna do a deep dive into this lesser known tremolo, but make sure you stick around to the end for the demo. All right, this is the axe, let's go! Hey y'all, welcome back to the Axe Guitar channel, your one-stop shop for tremolo tips and tricks. Today we're gonna talk all about the Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro Tremolo. So this Trem is a Floyd Rose product that really isn't as well known as the Floyd Rose original or the regular 1000 series, and they actually stopped manufacturing them for quite a bit. But now they're available on the Floyd Rose website for about $248. They come in several different finishes, and also the nut comes in the kit, the locking nut. Getting the locking nut in the kit is really nice because when you buy a Floyd Rose original on the website, it does not come with the nut. And then you have to actually find the one that matches. And so this actually saves a little bit of time. Now, right off the bat, talking about this low pro version of the 1000 series, we need to clear something up. There are actually two pro versions that Floyd Rose makes, one of which is a German-made one, and it actually has narrower string spacing, and the other is the Korean-made one, which is F spacing. Today, we're exclusively talking about the Korean-made tremolo with the F spacing. That's the one we're talking about in this video. So what's the deal with this tremolo? What are the specs, and why do you not see it on a lot of guitars today? Let's first start with the specs from top to bottom. Let's go. All right, so we brought out this very old Jackson Randy Rhodes that actually has a Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro installed in it. Now, to make this all simple, the Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro is just a low pro ergonomic version that's a little bit smaller compared to the standard 1000 series that you find on a lot of stock guitars like Solar and Jacksons. Now, this isn't an exact comparison, but you can think about it this way. The Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro is to the Floyd Rose regular 1000 series as the Ibanez Low Pro Edge is to the Ibanez Original Edge Trem. That's one way to think about it to make it easy. Really, these Trems set out to be more flat and ergonomic for an array of different housings and cavities on these guitars. The materials of the 1000 Series Pro is basically identical to the 1000 Series standard version, which you have a hardened steel base plate, hardened steel saddles, hardened steel string retainer, which isn't on this guitar, but then also hardened steel saddle screws, and the other screws are also hardened steel. Now, there's a lot of controversy and I guess conspiracy that goes along with the 1000 series products. Some people say that it's really not made with the same hardened steel as the original models. I'm just going by what the website tells us, and Floyd Rose has told me specifically that these are made with hardened steel. Now, the materials of the 1000 series products really add to the allure of this tremolo because you're getting the same materials as the original Floyd Rose, albeit it's not made in Germany by the Schaller factory. Now, in regards to the design and the build of the low pro Floyd compared to a standard or original Floyd, there are some key differences. Just like a lot of low pro models out there, the saddle screws take the same hex size screw as the traditional models, but the saddle screws don't extend beyond and underneath the fine tuning screws, making this Trem a little bit shorter. Because of this, the overall dimensions, like I said, it's a little bit shorter, and the base plate is a little bit more compact when you look at it compared to kind of traditional styled Floyds. This also allows the whole assembly to lay a lot more flat to the body of the guitar, and that's because the fine tuning screws are positioned kind of more in the rear, and they actually point back and they lay flat, and they're actually not kind of above the saddles, they're almost in line with it or below them. So really you have a way more flat assembly when you look at it. Now you might be thinking, if the saddle screws don't actually go under the fine tuning screws, how do we fine tune this guitar? It's pretty simple. There's really just a small thin metal extension off of each block that runs under the fine tuning screws, and that's what actually adjusts the pitch subtly. All right, and the tremolo block of this bad boy comes with a 37mm nickel-plated brass block. And lastly, the Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro model comes with a screw-on tremolo arm with a union nut. Just put it right here, basically like your standard Floyd. Screw that in, and then you can tighten it down for how movable you want that to be. This is similar to most Floyd models. You can take this assembly out by unscrewing it through the back, and then you can add in a pop-in arm if you like. Other important notable features is that the stud spacing is just below 74 millimeters at 73.91, meaning this could be a direct swap for a traditional Floyd Rose 1000 series. You should have no issue just throwing this in with the spacing. You may have to account for different bushings or different actually assemblies that the stud goes in, but in terms of the point on center spacing, you should be good to go. Now about that, keep in mind, if you plan to switch out a tremolo on one of your guitars, make sure you use the studs that come with the Trem. If you don't have that, make sure you use studs and a tremolo that are made of the same metals. This is because you want your base plate that actually comes in contact with the studs to be the same density. Sometimes people change out Trems and they use differing metals which are different densities, and the metal, either the studs or the base plate, are less dense and it grinds down, and then you have to change out the whole assembly anyways. All right guys, so it's time to plug this bad boy in, give you a little demo. We'll do some close-up shots of the Trem in action, and then we'll do a short little summary to wrap it all up. But as always guys, if you like the content, consider subscribing below so you don't miss any videos like this. All right, let's go. All right guys, so the Floyd Rose 1000 Series Pro version is a great Floyd if you're looking for something that's a little bit more ergonomic, flat, and can fit a smaller recessed cavity if you need it to. This thing performed pretty well, doesn't have much noise, and was actually pretty easy to install since the stud spacing matched the other Floyd that was in this guitar. Some things I don't really like is I'm not a big fan of the screw-on arm. I'm a pop-in arm guy, just how I am. And then also the finish that I got on this dark nickel finish seems to be kind of staining from fingerprints, I guess. Tried some oil, tried some actual cleaner on it, but it looks like the finish is actually wearing away. So I would probably recommend to you that you get one that's just got a solid finish, nothing special. So it looks like it kind of maintains its color over time. Now, if you all have one of these or you just want to talk about tremolos, let us know in the comments. And as always, guys, the offer stands. If you ever need some help with your tremolos or just some tips and tricks, please feel free to message me on Instagram at NickAxeGuitar. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.